Bona Prime Deep brings out that traditional deep coloration in wooden floors. The low VOC formula gives you a long open time and the possibility to work alone on larger surfaces and still achieve an even coloration over the whole surface. Covering with a Bona finish gives an easily maintainable floor for years to come. The following examples aim to illustrate what can be expected of Bona Prime Deep. The results will of course vary from timber to timber, but in general, a much deeper and warmer colour tone is achieved. Bona Prime Deep not only has a beneficial effect on the coloration, it is also a suitable solution on many physically modified timbers, such as chemically treated or heat-treated timbers that may respond negatively to water. For a better final appearance, and to avoid the possibility of bleedback, gaps should be filled with mix and fill prior to applying Bona Prime Deep. For best results, end the sanding with a screen grit 150. Make sure the temperature in the room is at least 18 degrees centigrade. Shake the can and prepare your equipment. Bona Prime Deep can be applied either by trowel or by spreading it with a buffing machine. Depending on application and the surface's absorbency rate, 1 litre of this economical formulation lasts up to 35 square metres. Start the application at the edges. This is easily done with a brush. Apply thinly. If using a trowel, pour a small puddle on the floor and spread it on a 5 to 10 square metre section of the floor. Alternatively, the application can be done with a buffing machine. Place a Bona oil cloth on the floor, then place a red pad with the centre puck removed over the cloth. Pour approximately 1 decilitre in the centre hole and distribute it across a section of the floor. Fill up with more oil when necessary. Pour a small puddle and place the machine on top. Bona Prime Deep has a very long open time, so the application can be done in a calm, relaxed manner. Should you miss a spot, simply pass one more time with more Prime Deep on that area. The risk of discoloration or overlapping marks is basically non-existent. As soon as the section has been completed, smooth and work the product into the wood by buffing the floor with a red pad. Continue the process by removing all surplus material from the floor, wrapping a cloth around a clean pad under the buffing machine. Remember also to take the edges. Bona Prime Deep is supposed to go into the wood and should not be left as a film on top. Bona Prime Deep contains drying oils, so make sure to place used cloths and all other contaminated fibrous material in a sealed metal container or in a plastic bag with water. Leave the floor to dry for at least 12 hours. Ensure proper ventilation and avoid walking on the floor during this time. Observe that the next treatment must take place within 72 hours. If longer time has elapsed, the floor must be sanded again and the job restarted. When the surface is completely dry, buff it once more with a cloth. Vacuum and apply 1 coat of Bona Prime Intense. For proper adhesion, it is important that only Prime Intense is used for the initial coat. Next, apply 2 further layers of any Bona waterborne finish on top. Choose a finish that matches the wear resistance and aesthetic requirements in that particular environment. Normally no or very little grain raising occurs on the surface after using Bona Prime Deep. but it is advisable to make a superficial abrasion on the surface before ending the treatment with the final top coat. Bona, bringing out the best in wooden floors.